Okay, just getting ready for playoff race number 2. And down and then wait for Twitch to come up. Okay. Alright, so looks like everything is good to go, so we will go ahead and get this started. Alright, so continue.
Drivers,
and here we go. Alright, so here we go. We are at Daytona, so we'll be doing 48 laps with 42 different cars. So we are good to go there, and here is the qualifying grid from first to last. So it looks like Ward, Barker, Grubb, Pitch, and Thorne are top 5. So let's go ahead and get started. So I stop a little early, but we can wait a few seconds. And hope there's no blown engines.
Drivers, start your engines!
Like I said, this is a new Daytona track that I just got, the Knights Daytona. Not sure exactly which one we used previously in the other race. Oh, here, it looks like this one has the pace car a little bit further off, or the space between the pace car and the cars a little bit larger than most. But it looks like everybody got going. Looks like Vega may have been a little slow, but he is good to go now. So as they pass this final corner to get ready to go green, we see which driver, whether it's going to be Ward or Barker in that 51 and 10 respectively, is going to get the best start, as opposite teammates are right behind them. And then here we go for playoff race number 2. The green flag is out, and so far it looks like Ward got a great start there. May have gotten a good push from Grubb in that 15, but it doesn't look like Grubb is going to stay behind him too much. But it looks like Ward is going to jump up and try to block the 2 teammates that are probably going to now try to get past Ward as quickly as possible. It does look like Thorne in that 0 is pushing Grubb all the way to almost to Ward, but now Thorne is now working on the inside of Grubb. Does not get a good enough push, at least not yet, though she is right next to Barker in that 51 car. We're going through. If you watch the qualifying race, did end up fixing the issues with cars going into the wall, at least for now. Ended up having to put the restrictor plates back on, because even if I lowered all of the difficulty, they would still sometimes hit the wall heading in and out of turns. But we turn restrictor plates back on, and we are back to racing. They're going almost 200 miles an hour here at Daytona, and it looks like Grubb in that 15 has decided he is going to try to take the lead from Ward. He does have the help by his teammate, the 51 right behind him, as we see the pack just forming all the way from the start to fin, or from the front to bottoms. You have a 3 wide going on. Here it looks like Grubb, it did end up getting past Ward in that 10, and now they're 3 wide for second place, and second and third place, top 7 cars, or the 6 cars right behind the leader. Were 3 wide for a while, but then 2 teammates of the Ward and Pitch ended up getting stuck on the outside and dropping back a few. As we take a look at it, oh, looks like they're going to try to do 4 wide. We'll see if Green is going to end up getting pushed up there. It looks like he is not going to. But 4 wide definitely not what a lot of cars want to see. 4 wide, I mean, you can see Barker and Thorne basically be door to door as they anticipated that 4 wide, but ended up not needing it, as we're still very much in pack racing here at Daytona. Grubb is in the lead, but Thorne is right behind him. Does not look like there are any straggler cars at the moment, though if somebody ever does get off pace, they can definitely fall back very, very fast in Daytona. It does look like the cars from Pitch Racing, the 10 and the 6, are falling back a little bit. They seem to be getting stuck on the outside of most turns in 3 wides, and that outside line really is not very fast, especially heading out of the corners. And you see, looks like Wayne King, that 20, also is on that outside and dropping back. So because of them dropping back, there's a lot of newer drivers moving up in the pack. We still have a 3 wide going on for looks like 3rd place. Though it looks like Cargo in that 54 is making a run for it. There are 2 teammates right next to each other for the lead. They're battling out to see who's going to lead this race. Looks like Barker's going to make it to the line first, as we are still 3 wide for most of this field. It looks like Cargo is moving his way up. The Cargo right beside Grubb. He does have the help of Davis right behind him, Cargo, as looks like Barker ended up getting pushed a little out. Cargo did not use his car to move him out of the way that we've seen Mayflower Racing's. It did look like Cargo got that lap, but it is definitely very close. As we see Sheets now jumping to the inside of Davis. Sheets has the help of Rollins, the other Mayflower Racing team. I think Rollins started in 25th and in 7 laps has moved all the way up to a very top position. With the pack so close together, very hard to figure out where everybody is at the moment, except for mostly the top 2 cars, which looks like Barker, at least he was ahead starting in that corner, but Cargo in that 54 is right there. And as you can see, the pack, no drop-offs yet. Everybody's still going 3 wide, have not seen an official 4 wide yet. But that can definitely happen very quickly. Definitely, hopefully nobody has any issues. Because if one of these top cars has an issue, blows an engine, or loses a tire, it could definitely be trouble for the entire pack. As you can see, basically top 4 are a side by side, and then after that, everybody is a 3 wide. At least heading into that corner, looks like a few of them did get a decent run on the inside of that corner to get past or get out of the 3 wide. Though at this moment there really is no pulling away right now. We take a look at a different camera angle. We see, looks like Sheets in that 31 is going to make a run. He is in the inside. You know, he does have the help of Cargo right in front of us. We do have 3 wide for the lead. Like everybody's basically white knuckling it through this or these turns. Looks like we may have a couple of stragglers coming up soon, but for the most part, everybody is still in this main pack. In the front, looks like Rollins is finally caught, or finally came from 25th, now leading. But it looks like Paul in that 4 now is coming up to try to get past him. Looks like Rollins took that turn a little too wide. And he left that inside lane wide open. And that inside lane is the fastest lane here at Daytona. As Rollins does look like he's trying to get to that inside line. As you can see right here, that huge pack is just so difficult to drive through. It takes tons of concentration for these drivers. As we hit lap 11 of 48. Definitely had a few different leaders so far, which is definitely good. As we do see Rollins currently leading this race. We'll see if Paul in that 4 is going to end up getting pulled with him. We take a look at some of these back cars going. It's like Yates in that 25 and Kim, and then I think Martinez in that 22. And a couple of stragglers, but overall everybody's still in that main pack. There's a little bit of wiggling going on as they're trying to figure out where they can get some space to try to move up a little bit. You see Jarvie towards the back of the pack. He's looking to move up a little bit. So I think sitting in that inside line is where he needs to be. We do see Ward in that 10 car, very far in the back. He's already been eliminated from the playoffs, but he tends to run very well here at Daytona. And then of course we see the front of Rollins in that 45. Looks like, is that Juith in that 52? Yep, Juith in that 52 right now running right behind him. He's one of the newer drivers. It's always good to see some of the newer drivers perform well here. And of course Gonzalez is right behind him. And it looks like Paul ended up getting pushed to the outside in that 4 car. And as we noticed by multiple cars, if you get stuck on that in our outside line and can't find a way back to even just the middle lane, you can drop back very far, very fast. It looks like right now the top 4 cars, at least they were single file, but Gonzalez in that 14 has decided to try to see if he can get past that 52. I mean, he looks like he will have some help by Prescott in that 10. Or in that 19. And it looks like Prescott will, or Gonzalez is going to get past Juith in that 52. And of course now Prescott has that inside being looked at by Reeves in that 24. Wasn't able to get past that turn. But definitely we're definitely going to see what's going to go on here. As we see Prescott going on the inside of Gonzalez. And we see right behind them, there's still just everybody staying in a pack. So yeah, so for today, after this race, I think 7 people are going to be eliminated. We're going to be at, after this one, it was a 25 and then 15, or do we drop down to 14? No, we dropped to 15 because 10 people got eliminated last week. So we're at 15. And then I think we're going to drop down to 8 this week. I'll have to check out the Discord. I know in Discord I posted in one of the posts how it's designated. Not 100% sure right now, but as we do see Prescott going for the lead against the 45, who looked like he was dominating this race. I think he only led maybe 5 or 6 laps But now Prescott's here. Looks like Prescott not going to get that lap. Ooh, as Prescott goes down to the inside, looks like he may have gotten tapped and almost gets turned by Gonzalez in that 14. There may be something wrong with the 19 of Prescott. Yeah, something happened to Prescott, but if he is definitely going slow, he needs to get to that inside lane. Not only because he's going to slow down this pack, but he's going to start causing cars to have to move out of the way or try to get around him. So we take a look, he's 82. I don't believe he's going the speed. No, he's a little off here. There's definitely something wrong with his cars. He's jumping down to the inside. Good thing nothing happened as of now. So we scroll back to see if anything goes on in the pack, but definitely not something that Prescott wanted to see or his team. So that may have helped out some of these drivers. Let them catch back up to the pack. But that main pack now in the front is having a commanding lead. Did not help out Barker in that 51 or 23 or 6. So they have some work to do to catch back up. But it looks like Rollins has, I guess, fully gained back the lead. You see a pack way in the back forming. So we'll have to keep an eye on Prescott in that 19. Something happened. Not sure if it was, didn't look like engine trouble. We do have a battle for the lead. Gonzalez going one-on-one versus Rollins. And Prescott is back out. He really hope he stays low until he gets back up to speed. It does look like he's about 2 or 10, 20 miles an hour before or below the speed, but he is right entering in. And is he keeping up speed? 174. Well, I mean, if Prescott's not able to keep up speed, definitely going to help out that second pack that got pushed all the way. Got pushed, almost a second back. It does look like Prescott now is back up to speed. Not sure what was going on with him, but it looks like everything is back to normal for him. But now he has a ton of work to do, as he is a full lap down. As we still look at this main pack, I think Gonzalez was challenging Rollins for the lead, but it looks like Prescott's going to push Weber in that 33, trying to get past him. And it looks like he will, and if Rollins can't get to that inside line relatively soon, he might get stuck on that outside line and drop back even further. As we do see that main pack catching up to this front pack very quickly. And Gonzalez thought about looking to the inside of Prescott for 3 wide for the lead. Looks like he's not going to do it, at least not this lap. But Prescott right now is leading. But he has that huge pack right behind him. It looks like Kim is the only car really right now that is far behind, or that is a little bit off pace, but he's still right there with everybody. And here comes Gonzalez. Actually, Prescott's not leading there, so I keep forgetting that he is a lap down because he was in the lead for so long, or in that lead pack for so long. So Gonzalez is right now leading the pack, and Prescott right now, he's just trying to get his lap back, so if there's a caution, he can compete for a top position. Though as of right now, Gonzalez is leading the lap. We do have a couple 3 wides going on behind them. It looks like they've sorted themselves out a little bit. And we see Kim farther back in that almost neon green car in the way back. Continuing to fall back. And then we see that main pack come back. Looks like that 6 car of Pitch Racing, who started towards the front, is now almost all the way back to the front. We'll see if he's able to compete for a top position, as we're on lap 21 of 48. So with Prescott having that green flag pit stop, he may be able to stay out a little bit longer than other cars. So he may be able to get that lap back. As we do see Gonzalez in that 14 now, leading pretty well. Sheets is catching him. We'll see if he's going to catch him this lap or not. It doesn't look like it. He's still trying to get past Reeves in that 24. Take a look. Kim. Look like a few of these cars in the back are starting to fall off a bit. But still, this main pack right here is still almost everybody in the field is still in this main pack here. And overall, still, it's been a very clean race. The only issue we had was Prescott. But Prescott did end up getting to the pits, and now he's back. He's a lap down, but he still may be able to compete for a race if we have a caution flag sometime, as he is still one of the faster cars. I believe maybe he just had a tire start to go down, and he just had to get into the pits as quickly as he could. But it looks like we may have a 3-wide battle for second place. It looked like that was going to happen, but looks like Juiz in that 52 decided to jump right back behind Sheets. But if Sheets or somebody else does not make a move soon, the 52 of Juiz and then the 7 of Srivastava may end up trying to get past them to make a move on Gonzalez, who has led the last couple of laps. Definitely coming out of almost nowhere to start leading here at Daytona. As we see Gonzalez basically alone, and then everybody behind him is 2 by 2. There's a few 3 wides towards the back. Overall, it's still the main pack is, I think, everybody but one car. I think Kim has, for the most part, in the 2 car, fallen completely off pace. If they keep going green, I'm sure Kim will be caught by the leaders, but it may be a while. But we do see Reeves in that 24 finally being able to get to the inside lane and now making a run for the lead. We'll see if he's able to keep the lead, because he does have this inside line. He has the inside line, which is the fastest one, and he has Sheets and Juiz right behind him, who are very fast cars. The 19 of Prescott is definitely fast, who is behind Gonzalez, though he did have those issue earlier. But Reeves, actually, I think Gonzalez in the 14 got that lap. Definitely was very close, but Reeves is right there. We take a look. It looks like Kim is very far off. I don't think this main pack is going to catch him, at least not anytime soon. So he's still got lots of time to go. I'm sure we're going to have a pit stop, or a green flag pit stop if we don't have a caution. And once that starts, cars are going to be, for the most part, scattered all around the track. It's definitely good for fans of pack racing, because right now we've only had one car fall off the pack, which is definitely good for anybody who likes this main pack racing. As we do see Gonzalez and Reeves are just battling it out for the lead. Either when one's taking one lap, the other's taking the other lap. And right now, nobody right now of these 2 front cars can get their entire car ahead of them. Because I know Gonzalez wants to get down to that inside line, but he's not able to get to that inside line. Looks like Reeves got a decent run off of that corner. So Gonzalez is right there. Looks like Reeves will lead that lap. But overall, there's no room for mess ups. But it looks like for the most part, everybody's ended the 3-wide racing, has now started to do single file racing. So as the race goes on, we will see more and more cars taking chances, as everybody here has a very high aggressive rating, and many of them have higher finish ratings, so they will start taking some decent chances. We see the two of Kim, he's about 14 seconds back. As we see multiple cars now jumping to get into the pits. Doesn't look like there was any issues of them jumping into the pits. I know with this exiting that turn and getting into the pits can be very dangerous, but it looks like everybody's going to get through it safely. Of course, with them all jumping out and other cars slowing down, we're gonna start to get a few 3 wides going on, as we just see 3 wide here. It looks like a main pack that's kind of pulled away. As we scroll up to see this main pack here, as we do have a 3 wide battle for the lead. As they're coming around, I mean, we're gonna definitely, a few of these guys are going to want to pit on this lap. We see a few cars jumping in. Doesn't look like there are any issues, though. Once we hit this main pit road, some of these guys who are 3 wide may cause issues. Looks like everybody got in and out, or in without any problems. It's definitely a good thing to see. We do have some cars rejoining the pack with a few of the leaders. So it's definitely something dangerous, or some dangerous things going on. But we do have a 3 wide. Well, it looks like second place possibly. I know most of these guys want to get into the pits. It still looks like no issues getting into the pits for most drivers. We see a lot of cars are lapped down, but these will fix themselves as everybody gets through with their pit stops. You see some fast cars going on the outside here with the Walker Jr. or Walker Sr. and Emerson. As we currently still says Reeves is in the lead, but we will definitely see once we have a couple of cars get into or past the start and finish. Right now it says Reeves is in the lead. We'll see. Looks like Reeves is now jumping into the pit lane. Looks like he may have been stuck on the outside for many of the laps, or for a couple of these green flag laps, which is causing him to have to pit a little bit later. As we see Prescott almost bumping into what looks like Martinez in that 22. And looks like maybe Barker. Is that Barker? It looks like it might be Grubb, and that 15 jumps in front of both Baxter and Williams. Definitely some much slower cars as they're trying to get back up to speed. And it looks like for the most part the pits or green flag pit stops are done. And we will see shortly once where everybody is currently. Looks like Reeves did come back out in the lead, but he's probably not going to keep it with Gonzalez already being fully up to speed. So he probably will drop back a little bit, as cars are may struggle to get past him as he's trying to get back up to speed. Looks like Martin in that 72 got stuck behind him, but they're going to try to get out of or to get through him. Okay, as cars are passing, we see if anybody is falling further back, or see how far back maybe Kim is in that number 2 car. As we do see his main pack forming, looks about 20 seconds back. So still got a while to go before they catch up to the lead, or to that back car. Looks like Daytona 52 is leading the race, though Sheets, I think, is going to end up getting past him. As we have his main pack right here, and then there's a couple of packs slowly further back behind them. As we see if Juiz can stay ahead of Sheets. Sheets has a little bit of help from Martin, but Gonzalez, who led multiple laps, is right behind Juiz in at 52. Does look like there are going to be some of the newer drivers in the front, as we do see in this main pack. There's only one, I think, one racer right now, or I think it's Rollins, who's won a few races this season. As we see Parker in that 38 jumping to the inside of Hall to go 3 wide, and then right behind him there's a couple cars going 3 wide. As if we continue to see this, some of those further back packs are definitely going to catch up to these leaders. It does look like Sheets is going to be able to get past Juiz at 52, though we'll have to keep an eye on him if he's able to keep that. I mean, it did look like Gonzalez was going to try to push Juiz, but now Gonzalez is going to have a little bit of trouble with a car now forming a 3 wide right next to him. And it looks like Sheets in that 31 is going to lead that lap. As that looks like that main pack, or that pack in the back of this car. As we do have the 4 wide going on with the 45, 33, 7, and 6. You know, definitely not what some of these drivers want to see. Yeah, 4 wide is definitely not safe here at Daytona, at least not in the turns. And it still looks like they are not through with the 4 wide. That 7 and 33 have to drive very close to each other just not to bump into each other. Because if any of these guys bump, there's definitely not any room for any sort of mess ups. As it passed the start finish line, entering into another corner, definitely showing some very good driving by many of these drivers, especially the ones that are sitting in 4 wide right now. As we see that Srivastava and Weber in that 33 definitely not, or driving very good. And that 52 of Tyler, and one of the newer drivers in that 27 is running in 4 wide as well. And looks like they finally got out of 4 wide, though they're still 4 wide right behind them. So definitely good, clean racing, able to stay clean running 4 wide. And as you can see, there's definitely no room for 5 wide here at Daytona. At least in the turns, there's no room. But 4 wide is, I mean, there's still some room. And you saw, it looks like they have finally sorted themselves out. So no issues going 4 wide for many laps. But again, they're still running a main pack formed right here in the front. And then there's another pack a little bit further back. As we hit lap like 39 of 48. It really still is anybody's race, especially with all the movement going on. It looks like Parker in that 38 may get past Sheets. He does have some help by a couple of drivers behind him. Looks like I think actually it was King, or Jay King, is going to try for the lead. We may see a 3 wide lead for the lead. if he can get on the inside of Parker. It doesn't look like King is going to get to the inside of Parker, at least not this lap. As we still have this huge pack forming. And really anybody in this front pack still has a chance to win this. I think Parker may have led that lap, but King was right there. Could have went to either one. But we have now Ward has finally worked his way back up. He started on the pole position. He has now worked his way back up to second place. He's getting a little bit of help from Barker in that 51. And basically getting pushed past King in that 11 car. But of course, once Ward gets past King, I know Barker in that 51 is going to look for a pass. I believe we hit 41. As we take a look at a couple others, there's 3-car pack here, and I think this is the main other pack. And overall decent racing going on here as well. As this main pack here, definitely some movements. We do see Gonzalez is at the end of this pack now, along with Reeves and Juiz. So very quickly you can get stuck on that outside line and get pushed all the way to the back of the pack. You take a look at the spectator view of this main pack. You see everybody moving. We do still have Ward in that 10 car still leading. And it looks like back to two double file, at least until the back of this pack, and then it goes back to 3 wide. Cars are still trying to figure out where to go. And as we look like we may go to 3 wide for second place, does not look like Walker Sr. was able to get on the inside of green, but he's going to settle for a 3 wide for 4th place. With Yates in that 25 car, and then with Walker Jr. in that 1. Of course, Walker Jr. stuck on that outside line, so if he's able to get to the inside, could be well. Though we do see Jay King in that 11 car getting stuck to the outside. He may be dropping back a little bit. We do scroll up to see this top 3 race. It looks like they pulled away a little bit. But if they do start battling again, they may drop, or that main pack is going to catch right back up to them. So right now it's Ward and then Barker for the first 2 cars, and I think Green is right behind them. So Green definitely looking for a top position. Not sure if he was eliminated from the playoffs yet. I know Ward in the 10 is out of the playoffs. Barker may still be in the playoffs. Looks like Walker Jr. in that 1 car, that yellow 1 car, almost got put into the wall. Looks like he was able to stay out of the wall. As we see Rollins, look at Rollins in that 45, may be looking for a move. We do have a 3 wide going on for second place. That outside line, definitely one of the slowest lines. We do see Barker in that 51, who was in the outside line. Feel like he may have backed off just to try to get back to the inside lane. And again, now we have 23 of Adams, Ward's teammate. I think Adams still in the playoffs. So he's still looking just for a top position. He's not eliminated to set himself up for what he hopes, I think, is a championship race berth. But we do see Adams going to the inside of Ward. And Adams is going to have the help of, I think, Rollins in that 45. Looks like Adams may try to, looks like he will lead that lap. So many lead changes here in Daytona. You take a look at a few things. Looks like this group of cars now is running 3 wide. And then this other main pack, which overall is just double file and just trying to catch up to this main pack. Again, looks like nobody is going to be in 4 wide, at least for right now. And it looks like Ward has finally gotten back to that inside line. He's looking to the inside of Rollins in that 45. It looks like he's going to get past him, but is he going to be able to keep it for the next couple of laps as we hit lap 47? It was very close to the end of this race, and it looks like they may catch up to Kim in that 2 car. It just took almost the entire race to catch up to him. So we'll see if Kim in that 2 does make any or cause any issues. If they don't catch him relatively soon, he may not be an issue. Though they are catching him very quickly. It looks like Ward is going on the inside of Adams. And then Rollins is right there trying to figure out who to go as we do hit the white flag. Really anybody in this really anybody in this main pack's race. As right now Rollins is trying to figure out which way Kim is going to go in that 2 car. And it looks like he's going to stay on the lower or the inside lane, which is going to let Adams get past. And then here comes Ward on the outside. It looks like Kim is going to stay in front of Rollins in that 45 car and push him back a bit. As right now Adams is leading and really nobody around him. Nobody should catch him, as it looks like Adams, Ward, Reeves, Gonzalez, and Walker Sr., and then depending on where they finish, might have been Rollins and Paul. But definitely an interesting race. Everybody stayed in this main pack for the most part. And again, no issues. I mean, Prescott had that issue earlier in the race. Looks like I think he did end up getting his lap back. I think for 19, looks like he finished 17th position. But yeah, so definitely congratulations to Adams winning a playoff race. I'll see who gets eliminated and then post that to the score shortly. But it looks like Adams won. Yeah, so Adams won the race, so congratulations to him. And congratulations to the top 5 as well. And see, so it looks like Adams, Ward, Reeves, Gonzalez, Walker Sr., Rollins, Paul, Emerson, Walker Jr., and Juith are on the top 5 or top 10. So yeah, I guess I'll post who makes the next round once I am done here. And good luck to the playoff drivers. No issues. So I don't know if there's going to be too many upsets, but yeah, thanks so much for joining me. I will see you guys later.